Hey folks, welcome back to Apollo Justice. So, in our last episode, we met our new attorney, and Apollo seems a lot like Phoenix when he was nervous and first starting out, but also our defendant is none other than Phoenix. It's not really clear, but all we know is that he's no longer an attorney. We don't really know what happened to him. Maybe we will find that out today, or maybe not. There's a lot to discuss today, it seems. Right now, we're going to talk to this witness. Let's see what she has to say.
That night, customer asked me to deal cards for game. It was cold. Both players played with hats on, da. The victim, he plays whole time with his hand on locket at his neck. Then, last hand is done, but something terrible has happened, da. That man flew at victim and is strangling him to death.
What? Wait a minute. We already know why that's wrong.
Incidentally, who won the game?
Isn't it obvious? The winner was the victim, Mr. Smith.
That's ridiculous. Because Mr. Wright can't lose. Okay, dude. But what else would the motive be? That's what he's trying to say, right?
Justice? Maybe you can come up with more legitimate objection?
But he hadn't lost in 7 years.
Take it from me, kid. It happens. I didn't lose a case my first 7 years as a prosecutor either.
That's true, and then Phoenix wrecked your shit, so...
Incidentally, I have some evidence here.
Okay.
These are the poker chips as they lay the very moment of the crime.
Oh, again, I don't really know poker. So am I supposed to know, what this means? Uh-oh. That does not bode well for me. Okay.
The hand and chips on the side belong to the defendant, Mr. Wright. Those on the far side belong to the victim, Mr. Smith.
Chips, you say?
Yes. Imagine that poker is war. Your hand is your army, and the chips are the spoils.
Oh, I know that. After all, in my youth I was known as the poker head of courtroom number 3.
I think he means poker face?
Look at this picture. It does seem that most of the chips are on the victim's side of the table.
Okay. So that's supposed to mean that he won.
Very well. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Shit. Okay, yeah, so I don't really know about poker, but I do know that something about this is weird, right? Yeah, strangling. He was not strangled, he was hit, apparently, with a bottle. I'm still feeling weird about that, because again, the bottle's intact. I have a weird feeling that, the bottle should be broken, right? If it was used, unless the glass is just really thick, I don't know. But anyway, I feel like we need to present the autopsy report, right? Yeah, death caused by single blow to the forehead.
Objection!
Oh, really? Strangled, you say? That's odd.
Da, normal customers only choke on borscht.
No, I mean, this report shows that the victim died of a blow to the head.
Oh!
Miss Orley, really now? Did you witness the crime?
Oh!
Not sure it was necessary to bring that to court, but sure, whatever.
Looking at the picture, it doesn't seem like he was hit. He was still wearing his hat and everything.
Yeah, that is true. I was wondering about that.
Yet, it is a fact that he was hit, Your Honor.
Wait, then who put his hat on his head? What?
Here's a victim we took of the victim with this hat off during our investigation.
Then why was it necessary to put the hat back on? Again, I'm not following.
Well, it's quite shocking, isn't it? This head certainly was hit.
Okay. Photo of forehead. I guess we'll need that at some point.
But, I have seen it happen. The defendant, he lunged at victim, his neck.
Oh, really, Miss Orley? I think I've caught you in your own lie this time.
Justice, I admire your enthusiasm, but perhaps you should think this through one more time.
What? What do you mean? I found a contradiction.
There's one thing in her testimony that troubles me. Very well. It seems we should continue the cross-examination.
There's such a thing as thinking too much. This horse is dead. Let's stop beating it.
There's such a thing as thinking aloud too much, too. Oh, shit.
Ask me to deal cards. Both players played with hats on. The locket at his neck. Should I press this? His locket?
I believe it was good luck charmed, huh? He greeted many times as he played that night.
Yes, he must have felt as though it might carry him to the moon and stars.
What?
Though, if it were small enough to fit around his neck, it wouldn't have much lift.
The defense would like a clarification. This is a locket we're talking about. I mean, a pendant with a picture in it, right? Not a rocket. What?
Of course, I knew that.
Oh. It's for your sake, I got it.
It was probably shaped.
What? Oh my god,
Sorry, it was probably a pendant shaped like a rocket. That's why she called it that.
no, that's not... No, a locket's a locket. It doesn't matter what shape... It's considered bad form to poke fun at the hard of hearing in our society. Hard of hearing or hard of understanding, yeah? Yeah, it seems like you don't know this judge as well as I do. That's okay. So, what happened next? That was it? Okay. The last hand is done, but something terrible has happened. This is a weird statement just because of the way it's worded. Let me see. Something terrible.
Oh!
The defense will refrain from needlessly shouting.
Oh, sorry. I need to seriously reconsider this vocal training thing. Now, Miss Orley, can you tell us what happened?
Oh, I was so frightened. I trembled with fear.
Wait, that's it? After defendant tried to strangle victim, he hit him with a bottle. Okay. I'm not sure how much sense that makes. Let me see something. Okay, so we got this photo from far away. We've got this photo. Okay. And I can check this before I present it? Okay. Yeah, okay, wait a minute. So strangulation usually leaves some kind of wound, right? I mean, maybe you can argue that there was no wound just because strangulation was not successful? So it wasn't like a super strong attempt, maybe? But still, that's weird, right? I feel like I should present this then. Yeah, I think so. Hold on. Your Honor, that statement— oh no. Wait, did I fuck up? No! You sure about that? Oh, come on! Oh, for fuck's sake, really? Wait. Shit, okay. Seriously? Okay, well, let's go back then, because I guess I must have missed something. Oh, wait a minute. That is something that we saw in the photo too, didn't we? The victim had a locket at his neck. Okay, because for some reason, I know that Phoenix was wearing a necklace, so I guess I got that confused. And I was like, yeah, he was wearing a locket for sure. He has one around his neck. It was the victim. Shit, okay. So maybe we have to present this here? Because clearly there's no necklace. If the body wasn't, you know, moved or anything after the investigation. Yeah. Hold on. Okay, good. Music stopped. That's a good sign. You know, there was one curious partner testimony, just like Mr. Gavin said. But what does it mean?
Mr. Justice, would you care to explain what it is you're thinking so intensely about?
Recall the testimony, Your Honor. The victim played with his hand on locket at his neck, I believe she said. I hope you aren't about to raise an objection to the witness's grammar. No, but look at this photograph. Do you see a locket on the victim's neck? Well done, Justice. I'm impressed. I knew you'd be able to handle this. But what does it mean?
If we are to believe this witness's testimony as is, then the locket disappeared following the victim's death.
Lockets don't just disappear, Your Honor. It's quite simple when you think about it. If the locket is gone, someone must have taken it off, no? Taken it off? Wait, you don't mean... The defendant wasn't strangling the victim at all. He was taking off the locket. Wouldn't that explain it? Yeah. I guess that would make her statement kind of true then. Because that is kind of a crazy lie to make up if it didn't happen.
Defendant, what do you have to say to this? Say?
Yes?
I just noticed this, but you have
There it is.
you have something hanging around your neck, don't you?
Okay. Oh, you mean this? Yes, it's a locket, with a photograph inside. A photo of my daughter. Yeah, that's right. Phoenix has a daughter now. I wonder what that's about. Yeah, Come again? That was all of our reactions to this.
Mr. Wright, you have a daughter.
We confirmed it at the time of the arrest. The picture in the locket is indeed Mr. Wright's daughter.
Wait, so someone else is wearing a locket with his daughter in it? Either that or he put her in there after he got it. So Mr. Wright has a locket too. Why don't I buy that this is just a coincidence? Yeah, that's weird. Okay, I guess we're not going to talk about this now?
Well, if the results of this poker game led to the murder, perhaps we should hear a bit more about the outcome of the game.
Further testimony won't really be necessary. It's clear the defendant lost badly.
No?
Miss Orley, you will testify to the court about the game played between the victim and the defendant.
Okay. I mean, maybe this is a chance for me to learn more about poker because I don't know shit. Truly.
The game began with 3,500 point-in chips for each man. House chips come in two sizes, small and large. The one who was winning, it was victim. For last hand, defendant play with all chips on table and loose.
Okay.
The moment loss was decided, defendant grabs bottle from table and...
Okay.
Indeed, looking at this picture, it does seem to be a one-sided game.
As the court knows, poker was the defendant's life. Failure must have been a bitter pill to swallow.
How many times have I heard these words? I done it in a fit of anger, Your Honor, and
What?
a common tale, but
I didn't get to read that. What? I don't know what that was a reference to. Methinks the judge watches too many old court movies. Oh, was it a reference to, I don't know, To Kill a Mockingbird or some shit? Again, I didn't really get to read it. Mr. Wright has said he hasn't lost in 7 years, so this testimony must be wrong. Well, we can't... We don't know that for sure, not yet. 3,500 points in chips. 2 sizes small and large. Okay, but we still don't know how much each chip is worth. Because again, like, I don't know shit about poker, so... If this was everything... Okay, so 6 small ones and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 10. That's 10 big ones. Wait... I'll have to do the math on that, but I don't know if that's correct, right? If it's 3,500. Yeah. Wait a minute, okay. There could be something else we have to look at, so let's just see. One who was winning was the victim. Defendant plays with all the chips on the table and loses. Oh, for each man. Okay, that's 7,000. So there should be 7,000 points on the table. Okay. That is good to know. Maybe I'll press this just to see like what they were worth. Yeah, hold on. Are the chips in this photo all the chips that were used? Also good question.
Da, of course.
Something's fishy with these chips. Should I press harder? Yeah, clearly we should. What the hell are you hiding? Maybe you could explain a bit about these chips.
Explain? What is there to be explained?
Poker chips are poker chips. They're not fish and chips, not a chip off the old block, not a motorcycle. What the fuck are you talking about? There is only one buffoon in this courtroom and it is you. Thanks. Now that I've pressed her, I'd better ask her something. What are these chips worth? Okay, that's what I wanted. Are they in dollars or rubles even?
Yet, as I've been saying before, it was game, not gambling. Hard perhaps for capitalists to understand.
Okay, alright.
Two types of chip. 100 points chip and 1000 points chip.
Okay.
It is not money, da.
Justice? Sir, don't you find her comment interesting? In more ways than one, sir. I'd have it added to your testimony myself.
Well, does the defense want the witness to add to her testimony?
Well, I think it's important, right? Because I was saying that maybe the chips in the photo don't add up. I'd have to check, but let's see. Yes, I do think this deserves further scrutiny. Add it to the testimony. I wish I knew where I was going with this. Well, it's a good thing I have an idea.
Very well, witness, if you could be so kind.
Da, Your Honor.
Okay, so now we know it. 1,100. Let's look at this again. Because I'm already seeing something that's weird about this. 1,100. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9 of the large ones. Yeah, that'd already be 9,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the small ones. That'd be 9,600. That's not 7,000, right? Am I doing that math correctly? I feel like that makes sense, right? Yeah. No, this wouldn't make any sense. You sure it was the victim who won? Absolutely sure. Oh, I didn't even total up each side individually, but just... Yeah, it seems like there's extra points on the table.
It seems our attorney is a bit confused. A glance at this picture is enough to tell you who won. If you're not in kindergarten.
Just for safety's sake, could you explain the problem to the court?
Of course, Your Honor. In this photo, I see small chips and I see large chips. Tell me, which were worth 1,000 points?
Why, the big ones, of course. Duh.
Oh, I thought so too. But then the totals don't add up.
The totals?
Let's review what the witness told us. Each man started with 3,500 points in chips, and the combined total value of the chips was 7,000. Okay, right.
Yes, my calculations are correct. Let's see, there's 3 plus 1, carry the 5.
They are, Your Honor. Now, look at this photo that allegedly shows all the chips. If the big chips are worth 1,000 points and the small ones are worth 100, then you add them up.
How much is it?
Do it yourself. You aren't in kindergarten, are you? Oh, shit. So I miscounted. I missed one. 10,600 points. The chips don't add up. This clearly contradicts the witness's testimony.
But why? How could this be?
Exactly, Justice. Now that you know the what, you must determine the why. Right. There's only one possible way to explain this contradiction. Starting points were wrong or chip count was wrong. I mean, if she's really saying that... This was really... Oh, wait a minute. I don't know why I don't know why either of them would be wrong. I was thinking that maybe that some chips were left out of the picture, but if this really is all of them, and not anything extra, then those two statements have to be correct somehow. Maybe we did the math wrong. Or maybe the chips are not actually valued at 1,000 and 100. That's the only way that would make sense, right? Wait. Each man began the game with 3,500 points. If all the chips are indeed shown in this photograph, then there can be only one answer.
Well, what is it?
The value of the chips was the other way around. Okay. What? Wanna know what I think? The small chips were worth 1,000 points, not the big ones. Madness! Utter madness!
Show me the photograph of the chips again.
Oh, that's what it is. 6 times 1,000 is 6,000, and 10 times 100 is 1,000. 6,000 plus 1,000 is 7,000. That's gotta be it, right?
Why, that does make 7,000 points when you add them up.
Clever, okay. Excellent work, Justice. It's almost as though you figured it out by yourself. Well, I'm just glad I was the one who said it. But wait! The value of the chips may be different, but that changes nothing.
Indeed, the victim did have the larger number of...
Wait, no, we have to recount them now, right? No, Phoenix won, didn't he? Because he had more smaller chips, I think. Exactly. If the small chips are 1,000 points and the large chips are 100, let's do a little math. Add up the points for each side of the table. Oh!
The victim, Mr. Smith, had 2,900 points, and the defendant had 4,100 points.
There it is. Well now, it seems that Mr. Wright was winning that night after all. That's impossible! My client had even less reason to kill the victim. After all, he was winning. Shit, okay. That gets us somewhere. Now, Miss Orley, you must have known the true value of the chips, since you were there at the scene of the crime. Weren't you?
Oh!
Order! It appears our defendant has lost his motive, and Mr. Wright's supposed defeat never happened.
Yeah, you didn't think about that before, did you? Still a fucking schmuck. Oh shit, sorry. Wait, who? Wait, is that you?
Excuse me, what is it, Miss Orley?
I did not want to be saying this, but... Actually, you see,
See what, Miss Orley? What do we see?
in the last hand, there was cheat.
Oh, come on. Really? You didn't say this before? Cheat? You don't mean... a trick?
Wait, or do you mean... a scam?
They're all the same thing.
Yes, there was cheat in last hand. That is why game ends with chips as they are.
Great, just great. Yeah, I don't know why this wasn't said before. First we have lying, now cheating.
Well, this case certainly has taken a turn.
For the interesting.
Witness, you will please testify to the court. Tell us about this cheating in the final hand.
Should have known it wasn't going to be that easy. Okay.
The last hand, both men had full house. There is 4 of each card in deck from ace to king. If you look at both men's hands, cheat is more obvious. The next moment, the game becomes argument. The defendant's trick was exposed. He took bottle from his hand. Poor Mr. Smith.
Okay, well if this means I need to know poker, I'm kind of fucked. Damn it. Miss Orley, why did you not tell the court about this from the very beginning? Exactly. I thought I smelled a cover up here. Well, folks, it's time to throw back the covers.
A full house is a very high-scoring hand. Not easy to make in my experience.
That alone is enough to suspect less than scrupulous tactics. Mr. Gavin, what's a full house? Oh, well, thank God someone is here to explain. Lawyers these days, you don't know your poker? Sorry, I didn't realize poker was on the fucking bar exam.
I can't say this bodes well for your case or career.
Are you fucking kidding? Yeah, for real. Justice, you know the terms one pair, two pair, and three of a kind, yes? I mean, I get if it's similar to rummy, then I guess I could figure it out. Yeah, no problem. 2 cards with the same number makes a pair, and 3 makes three of a kind. Good. Now picture a hand with 1 pair and 1 three of a kind. That's 5 cards. Okay? Yeah. That's a full house. So a 3 and a 2, basically. Group of 3 and a group of 2. Doesn't sound very easy to make, does it?
You can see each player's hand in this photo.
Wow, they both have full houses. Yeah. Wait a minute. I wanted to see something. Hold on, I'm sorry. I didn't even look at the cards. Okay, never mind. I thought that maybe the aces repeated and that would be a really bad sign, right? But no, it seems like they have 1 of each suit on the table, so it's normal for now. Okay, anyway.
We forget. There's an easy way to make a full house and go undefeated for 7 years. You cheat.
Ahem. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
If he did cheat in the last hand, that still leaves one important question. Mr. Wright lost that hand. Who's ever heard of a professional con man losing when they can cheat? Yeah, I don't really get what they're trying to say either, but okay. If you look at both men's hands, cheat is more obvious. Well, I already did that, didn't I? Like, I even checked whether the cards had repeated suits or not, because that'd be obvious it was from a different deck or something, but... No, I don't get what you're trying to say here. How was it clear?
Well, the defendant, he played the 5th ace.
I just checked the aces. What? A 5th ace?
I still remember both hands very well.
Uh-huh. Wait, no it wasn't. No, it wasn't. I saw 3 kings in that photo. What?
Mr. Smith's hand has 3 aces.
That's not true.
And Mr. Wright's too. Obviously cheating was a fight, or perhaps I should say a hand.
Your Honor, perhaps this can be added to the testimony without Mr. Payne's joke.
Very well, the witness will add this detail to her testimony. Please.
Okay, no, this is where we get her, though. 3 aces. Yeah. Hold the fucking phone. His hand had 3 aces? No, it didn't. See, you could even see it right there. That's 3 kings. 3 kings and 2 aces. Objection! Come on now. It appears the witness is mistaken.
Mistaken? But my name...
Look, this piece of evidence clearly contradicts what you just said in your testimony.
That's the photo of the chips, is it not?
Justice, perhaps you ought to explain your point in a way that the judge can comprehend. In other words, use your finger to point out your point.
Yes, please point out the contradiction in this photo.
Okay, what particular point? Okay, so I guess I don't know how touchy this is. Okay, so maybe I have to point out the third king? Right? I think that would make the most sense. Why, it's here, of course. Wait, no, come on. Where is that you're pointing? Where, no. What? That is some bullshit. You all saw me.
We've already heard today the dangers of bluffing.
Sorry, Your Honor. I better rethink this. Fuck. Okay.
I think you best point out your point again.
Okay, well, it didn't give me a penalty, that's good. Did I just not point correctly? Okay. The relevant spot is this card, isn't it? Maybe I didn't point to the center of it? Yeah, that one? No! Ugh, okay, this is some bullshit. Sorry. Because that's the extra card, that's the extra king. Okay, never mind. Let me think about this then. Okay, maybe I have to point near the aces? Because there's only 2 aces and not 3? Is that... Oh my god, Jesus Christ. Miss Orley, in your testimony, you made the following claim. Mr. Smith's hand has 3 aces. But as you can clearly see, the victim's hand only held 2 aces.
Oh! Well, maybe the witness was simply confused. Perhaps it was the defendant's hand that held the 3rd ace in question.
Take another look at the evidence. As you can see, the defendant only had 2 aces in his hand. Where's the 5th ace? I see cheating alright, and it's going on right here in this courtroom. Nice, great line. I'm really liking Apollo. I like his attitude. Okay.
The 2 aces in each player's hand does make 4 aces total. Hardly proof of cheating.
Wait, please. It is true. I have seen it. The 5th ace. There was cheating, I swear to you.
That's odd. She must be lying, yet she's so sincere. She's the most sincere I've seen her all day. You're right to trust your instincts. Mr. Gavin? Who knows what lies in store for us in the trial ahead? Your Honor, if I may, I have a suggestion.
What might that be, Mr. Gavin?
If you don't mind, perhaps you might examine the actual cards.
The cards?
Oh. Okay, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to check for, maybe the deck's getting mixed up. Mr. Payne.
Yes.
The players' hands that night were set aside as evidence, were they not? The defense would like to request that the cards be shown to the court.
Very well, the prosecution will submit this evidence. Which will you examine? The victim's card or the defendant's cards?
If these cards don't prove cheating was going on, nothing will. Now, which of these hands was more suspicious? The victims or the defense? I don't know if this makes a difference. Will I have the opportunity to check both? Maybe the victims? If it was the victim's hand that changed over the course of the witness's testimony. I mean, that's true. She was trying to say that his hand was bad, so... Let's really check them. The defense requests time to examine Mr. Smith's cards.
Very well. Mr. Payne, if you would.
Very well.
Oh, I know what we have to do. Well, time's a-wasting. Get to it, Justice. Yes, sir. Oh, it just did that for me, okay. Okay, tutorial. When examining evidence, be sure to view it from all sides and all angles. I knew it. Yeah, don't gotta tell me twice. Give you a better perspective on the case, right. Yeah, because all we gotta do is turn the shit around and look at that. I had a fucking feeling. So that means that the only card, yeah, only the King of Diamonds, was from the blue deck. The rest of them are red. Yeah, there we go. The cards' backs are red. For some reason I thought that they were using blue cards on that final hand. Didn't you, Mr. Gavin? Huh? Oh, which was it now? What? Oh, so the blue one is the wrong one. Okay. What? Yeah. Wait, oh my god! I'm sorry. That's weird, right? No. Hold on one second. I didn't catch this before, because he just had like a really weird reaction to that. Kristoff, not Apollo. But he was the one that gave us the idea in the first place that the cards' backs were blue, didn't he? Something about, like, cloaked in blue flame or something? What the hell? Wait. Okay, hold on. Your Honor, look at this. One of the victim's cards. The back is a different color.
Oh, That's impossible. But I put that card in the right's hand. Oh!
There it is. What was that, Miss Orley?
No, yet. I mean, I merely said that. I have... Oh!
Your Honor. Mr. Gavin, yes?
Tell me, what is the easiest way to cheat at poker? To know the dealer.
To cheat. I'll tell you.
One merely needs a friend, a comrade, shall we say. The dealer.
Oh!
Wait, so you mean this witness, Miss Orley? She's the cheater. A professional, I'd wager. Yeah, there you go. I mean, if she works there and so does Phoenix, that would make a lot of sense.
Order! Order!
Focus, Justice. Time to take advantage of her. Of her mistake. Nice catch. Your Honor, please recall the testimony we just heard.
That's impossible. But I put that card in Wright's hand.
Ergo, Miss Olga Orley conspired to cheat, not with my client, but with the victim, Mr. Shoddy Smith. Oh, yeah. Not only did she cheat, but she cheated poorly. Therefore, it's not hard to imagine an altercation between her and the victim. Oh.
Wait, you don't mean the defense isn't accusing the witness, Miss Olga Orley, are you?
Are we sure? Wait a minute. Time for justice. There were 3 people in the room at the time of the incident. And if Mr. Wright isn't guilty, that means I am. The defense accuses the witness, Miss Olga Orley, of murder. I don't even know how possible that is. Is that really it?
Mr. Payne, where's your witness, Olga Orley?
It appears she has lost her consciousness, Your Honor.
Mr. Justice?
Your Honor.
It seems you've presented a new possibility to the court. One suggesting a connection between the witness and the victim.
The what?
The witness and the victim, Mr. Smith.
And that means
this court cannot pronounce a verdict for the defendant at this time.
Oh. What? I did it. I held out.
I see no point to prolong the trial this day. The prosecution will need to make further inquiries.
Oh, that's still his voice? Oh. I assumed he was deeper at this point in time. Mr. Wright.
You can't end the trial here, Your Honor. Not yet.
What nonsense is the defendant spewing now?
Think. One of the cards had a different colored back. Don't you wonder what it means?
What are you doing, Mr. Wright? Raising objections right when you're about to get off the hook? Ridiculous.
Mr. Payne, you of all people should know, Mr. Wright has a talent for the ridiculous.
Yep, that's our guy.
Perhaps we should get to the bottom of things. Let's clear up the facts about the game that fateful night.
As was said before, we alternated between 2 decks of cards that night.
That was said before.
The 2 decks of the club have different colored backs, blue and red. 1 color per deck. Why use different colored backs?
If we use the same color, the 2 decks might get mixed.
You used different colors and they still got mixed up? The fact that we're talking about the backs of the cards makes me worried.
We used the red deck for the last game. I see, but that's odd. For some reason...
Oh. Yeah, for some reason, huh?
I have this impression that you were using the blue cards.
Yeah, me too. I'm sure someone said something about the blue cards. Oh no. What the fuck is this gonna mean?
Whatever, in the end 1 card was the wrong color, and got into the mix. Which means there was cheating.
Yes. Cards slipped into the deck would seem to indicate cheating. Yet, this card raises 2 serious questions.
Apollo? Yes?
Let's consider the first question, shall we? Think. In the last game, when was the card swapped?
When?
There are 3 broad possibilities here. It could have been swapped before the murder, during the murder, or after.
Or after?
Well, yeah, thanks for the news bulletin, Mr. Wright. Of course it was
Oh? It might be as simple as you think, Mr. Payne, or it might not be.
Oh. I think I know exactly what they're trying to say. I just figured it out. Okay.
I'd like to hear what Apollo thinks first. When do you think the cards were swapped?
When was the card swapped into the deck? Okay. I mean, let me think about this for like a second. Yeah, wait a minute. No, it has to be after, because think about it. Okay. When you're playing poker or rummy or whatever, you're not going to be putting your cards face up on the table. If they're playing with their cards, like, fanned out, facing them, then your opponent's going to see that the backs of the cards have different colors, so it can't be, like, during the game. That wouldn't make any sense, so it has to be after, right? It has to be after when the cards were already on the table. Yeah. Perhaps it happened after the murder.
What's that? Ridiculous. What's the point of cheating after the hands have been shown? That's silly.
Yes, but tell me. How do you swap cards during a game? I'll take silly over impossible.
Take it from me, son. There's a lot of silly things in this world, but very little impossible.
Oh, even with the backs of the cards are in a different color? If you pulled that during the game, you'd be caught in no time. Exactly, yeah. Quite true. That would mean that the blue card in question was swapped after the hands were shown, after the murder.
Okay, this is going past silly and straight on to crazy. I ask again, what's the point of cheating after the game's over?
Well, probably to obscure the motive, right? And to obscure who could have done it?
Who would do that?
Who indeed? That's one of the mysteries before us.
There's another.
Yes, a simple yet decisive question must be asked. Who swapped the red card for a blue card? Who? The game, the murder is done. The victim is dead. Only two remain in the room, alive, that is. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, and our witness, Olga Orley. Who swapped the red one for a blue? It wouldn't make sense for Phoenix to implicate himself. And we've already said before we think she's telling the truth, so it has to be someone else. Yeah, cause who else, right? The one who swapped the cards wasn't Mr. Wright, of course. And, well, it doesn't seem like it could have been Olga Orley either.
What are you suggesting?
That's hardly a logical conclusion, I'll admit. As the defense, I think it only makes sense for you to name Miss Orley at this point. Weird. Yeah, I know. But she was the one who dealt the cards, right? I just can't believe she would make this mistake of swapping the wrong colored card.
And if the card was swapped during the game, it'd be obvious.
Yeah. Yeah, he knows something we don't. What is it, Phoenix?
Something you'd like to share with the court, Mr. Wright.
Oh, my apologies, Your Honor. I was just thinking about how much fun all this is. Of course you were. I missed his ridiculousness.
Fun? How about confusing? I have no idea what the defense is claiming, Your Honor. If the one who swapped the card wasn't the defendant, and it wasn't Miss Orley, then who was it?
Whoever the real killer was. Well, yeah, well, that is the question, isn't it?
Precisely.
Huh?
I believe we're about to see this case take a new direction. A new direction?
We'll find that indeed, after the murder, someone swapped one of the cards in the victim's hand. And that someone made two critical mistakes. I'm sure you're going to tell us that the first was swapping the wrong color card. But the one who did the swap didn't know two colors of cards are being used. The other mistake was the number on the card. Right. The person replaced the fifth ace with a king. I'm sure whoever swapped it wasn't expecting there to be a fifth ace after all. All they knew was that the game had been won with a full house. So they picked up a king from the table and swapped it in.
But there's one problem. According to our case record, this person doesn't exist.
True, not until now. But you have to admit the possibility of a fourth person. Though it's more than a possibility. There was someone else there that night at the scene of the crime. Okay, so you did know this and you didn't tell us. Great. Come on, Phoenix.
I believe the judge spoke truthfully earlier. You do make trials ridiculous, Mr. Wright. This trial is proceeded on one central assumption, Namely, that at the time of the incident there was only 3 people in that room. I believe this new evidence, shall we say, overturns that assumption. The problem is that you chose to conceal this information from the court.
Yeah.
I suppose that is the problem, yes. Court is adjourned for a brief recess. Mr. Gavin, I'll see you in my chambers during the recess.
Certainly, Your Honor.
Very well, the trial will resume in 20 minutes.
Okay, so there is a day 2 to this tutorial case. Also, is it just me, or does Phoenix give, like, almost Godot-like energy? It's weird to see how his personality has changed, but he's still our boy, you know? Anyway, but yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. And I don't think a tutorial case has gone on this long in the previous games. So it's exciting to see like this being expanded and us getting more time with Phoenix. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, for now I gotta rest my voice and we will continue with the next part of this trial in the next episode. So thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next one.